Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, on behalf of your Denver-based podcast crew, we appreciate you joining us for the Friendly Vibes.
Coming to you live from TSS Universidad. Oh my goodness gracious, folks, am I excited about this one. Well, Joshua Emerson is here in Top Shelf Studios.
It's me. Hi. Oh my God.
The man.
Hello. Hi.
It's giving.
That's right. I have a degree in economics. Don't use it.
Hey, cheers to that.
There's
one thing we get along with. But degrees in economics we don't use.
I didn't know that. Yeah. I was always a game theory guy. I hated econometrics and pretty much all the statistics aspect of it.
I used to joke in college. I'm like, if I do anything, I could end up not being in a field where I use my degree, but like, just don't be an accountant.
Oh, yeah. Ew.
And I'm an accountant, so.
Oh, ew.
Brutal. Brutal way to live through a pandemic, but you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, like payroll or like tax?
No,
or?
I work for like a small private equity firm, so it's just like do lots of different kind of stuff with it, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
At the root of it, it's just basic computer job stuff,
Yeah, that's true. But, yeah. Are you the funny guy around office?
Yeah, the small office, yeah. the increasingly smaller office, yeah. They're taking away, I'm walking people.
Oh, no.
Yeah, no, it's not macroeconomic pressures. It's me. Why the firm has been downsizing.
That's actually pretty impressive considering the current economic climate right now, all right? This is the most, the least amount of trust I've had in the U.S. Treasury bond system since I've been alive,
Dude.
And if that crumbles, what the fuck,
and
what
the
is
fact
anything?
That we believed it for that long. Cheers to them.
That's right. Nothing like mutual delusion to help an economy grow, all right?
Oh, man. I really hope they don't open up Fort Knox.
Oh, God. Just bring the gold out. Yeah, gold standard again. That's what people trust.
The last time they did an accounting of like an audit of Fort Knox was 1957.
Yeah, the gold's not there, Josh.
It never was.
I think even when they did the accounting in 1956, they probably were able to pay off the three guys that had to do the accounting. Yeah. Forensic accounting in 1956 was real easy.
Yeah. Literal pounds and pounds of gold. No way they counted all that. No.
Oh man, that's like, when did they start messing around in South America? The U.S. That's like 70s, 80s, right?
That's Contra stuff.
Yeah, when we. Interesting.
Yeah. Isn't that's all Reagan stuff, isn't that early Reagan stuff? So
yeah, so it's 80s then, yeah.
Yeah, and then that led to Iran, which then led to Iraq, which it led to Afghanistan. And
we led to we said federal agencies go, manipulate markets and leadership groups and all this stuff, and then we're like, damn, that's pretty effective. Like, can we do that here and here and here and here and here? It's like, God damn, we got addicted to the thing.
You know what's crazy is that fucking General Smedley Butler, Medal of Honor winner, had already written the book War is a Racket, like 20 years before any of this happened. You know what I mean? So it's like, we already knew all this, right? It's already been put out in the public. So
golly, man.
Nobody listens.
Nobody listens. I feel the longer I do the show, the safer I feel, because I know nobody gives a fuck. Nobody listens, truly. So when you get into 50 minutes in, it's like you can really just talk about your life and be real.
Sure.
Nobody's going to dig it.
Yeah. People have already turned off from this. I mean, we started open with way too much
work talk off the top. Yeah, water cooler off the top. Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. Tits. Do we got them back?
I think we're supposed to wait 5 minutes. Dude, and when you try to make content around this new algorithm thing, it's like, oh hey guys, we can talk, but we can't say any curse words for the first 10 minutes, or it's like, okay,
it's so religious, you know what I mean? Yeah, how about this, you just bleep out whatever I just
well, that too. Cock. I just can't conform, if the tech oligarchs are going to say that free speech isn't a thing on certain platforms, then they're going to say it. I'm just going to try to have people tell me what they want to tell me.
Yeah. Go pirate with it. Yeah, algorithms is constantly changing too. That's what people don't sort of get. These strategies that worked in the past may not continue to be evergreen. And so for me, just for my own sanity, I think it's like, if you focus more about making good content and developing real fans, as opposed to what's the best way for people to accidentally see stuff and then get hooked on my stuff, I think those are just two different strategies,
Yes. Yeah.
So
we're going to no more clips, folks. Sorry. No, we're having fun. We're learning to edit. We're having fun. We're having fun getting better at clipping, and it's a good process in itself. for the skill set, right?
Sure. Are you doing like vertical, like so like right now is it set up like
So right now
landscape?
we're shooting full frame landscape.
Okay, and then you're gonna cut that into portrait.
And then what I did on Jeff Stonic's recommendation is I got DaVinci Resolve.
Nice.
Started learning that, and then I'll cut that into a vertical shot, and then I bring in. Typically, what I've been doing is bringing in the full shot in the middle, and then more of you, less of me on the bottom.
Okay.
Or some random proportion of that.
I like to do heads. You know what I mean? So talking heads, same shot. Again in landscape, but then cut it, and so that's heads. You know what I mean? But
on the landscape. So like I'd look at my phone and I see your head and my head talking like this, or above and below.
Above and below,
okay,
and stuff like that. But it filmed on the landscape. You know what I mean? So that way I can just post straight to YouTube and Spotify, so that stays in landscape. You know what I mean? And so
interesting.
Does that make sense? Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah, it just makes it easier because it's just me doing it. Yeah, I got DaVinci Resolve because it was free, baby.
Well, I even splurred. I was like, I'm investing. I was like, wait, I haven't bought a software thing in a while for the pod. Like,
yeah.
Jeff's like, do this. Well, long run, I'm like, I want to own a thing. And like, if I owned the thing forever, that's way better than paying X amount a month into
that's
infinity.
So funny because I know for a fact he doesn't use DaVinci Resolve.
Dude.
All right, that's so funny. He uses Adobe.
He even told me that he didn't.
Okay,
he was like, we had a whole conversation about it. But yeah, dude. It's been good because I've been using iMovie and casually putting the show together, but like it can normalize audio.
Yeah.
So like I can pull just even if an audio file, I know how to run it through and do audio stuff too.
That's
through
nice.
DaVinci. It's like
yeah, and it'll do things like it'll help like it has stuff to run in the background to help sort of match up audio to the video as well if it matches, because it both audios they look similar and stuff like that, so they'll match peaks and stuff, which is nice.
See, yeah, it's just one file. The audio is a whole separate. So I'm like producing the audio and then bringing that in to the video.
Okay,
and then once it hits DaVinci, it's already been kind of melded through, and put out of iMovie. So the whole process, but it's fun to pick up these little side XP things because in X amount of years maybe I don't make it and someone asks me to edit a video for them and I can help them because I know how to do the thing. So it's like cool.
So especially if you like comedy, and I mean, it's something about comedy. It's like there's such an emphasis on developing an audience, and some of that is algorithm, but some of it is learning how to make good content. Like, I mean, all my favorite comedians like Mark Norman, Sam Morril, right? They're it's not like they have world-ending premises for their podcast, but their podcast provides them an opportunity to showcase themselves in such an authentic way as comedians that I think they've continued just to build their audience more and more and bigger, and that's why they moved out of clubs into theaters.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Yeah.
So it's like become a better enhancer of the market of being a comedian in the modern landscape of business.
Yeah. Yeah, because last time Morrell came through town, he went downtown, and I just bought tickets to his. It's at the Paramount now.
Yeah, I think he had a second show even. So it's like,
that's
awesome.
A lot of money. Like, a lot more money.
Well, I mean, it goes, and you're grinding for 2 decades plus to get to that level of an opportunity, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, damn, good. I like to celebrate those guys. It's like, damn, that's sweet to see.
I got a Josh Johnson ticket I can't use, and I can't resell on the app either.
Wait, why? What's the story behind this?
So I'm doing Edinburgh Fringe. Humble brag.
Let's go. Great segue.
Gonna be in Scotland for 26 shows.
If I had balls, I'd press the button, Chris, for then, but I don't have balls. Let's let it be known.
What's the button do? Press the button.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm an educated nigga.
When you said Edinburgh Fringe, I should have pressed that. Yeah. Thanks, Big Mike.
Oh no.
Newest sound drop.
That took me off guard. I didn't think it had a button that had the N-word on it. I didn't. I was not familiar with your game. Yeah. Anyways, if anybody wants to Venmo me for a Josh Johnson ticket, I would like to move that. So
yeah, let's do it.
Very funny guy.
Very funny guy. Yeah. Please, someone buy this ticket off this man. Surely one of the 30 people that will see this will buy this ticket.
Is that where your guys' downloads are?
No, who knows? Who the fuck knows?
You guys not tracking?
By then, dude, by 3 or 4 episodes by now, Josh, this could be 100 viewed. You never know.
You never know.
That's
true. Yeah. How many episodes have you put out now? How many of those little pictures? Those little Polaroids?
Dude, we'll be in you're in the 3rd book of the Polaroids. It's fun.
Nice.
We're on episode, what is this going to be? Like 160. This is old. 167. I didn't even upgrade that. 167.
167 episodes?
Yeah.
Damn.
This is 167.
Good for you. Yeah.
Grinding.
Yeah.
Started out with like my friends that I hadn't talked to. Like I was asking people that I was loosely connected with in high school, hadn't talked to in like 6 years. Like, yeah, come over to my house and like just chop it up. And they did. And that's how the show started. So pretty weird.
Start from the bottom and
still they're gonna have people that are like going to be on the Edinburgh Fringe Festival on. That's like fucking cool.
No, yeah. People that did not get past the Comedy Works. All right, that's who you got on right now.
People that were on Netflix's Jokes Festival.
That's true. Yeah.
I mean, just orient the whatever aperture and grass I need to see. I'll change it. Try to help you for the better here, buddy.
Yeah, no, but I'm going to be part of Denver Comedy Underground. So, and then Denver Comedy Lounge, we got a good relationship with them. Comedy Ford won the contest, and so it's like my life here as a Denver comedian doesn't require Comedy Works, and so that's good. It hurt, it sucked, but it was also like I wouldn't trade my career for any of the people that got passed. If that makes sense.
You like shoot them all with a gun before they took your career from you.
Well, I like the way that I'm doing comedy. You know what I mean?
love it. I love it.
So it's just like
you're a renegade.
Yeah, well, it's fun. You know what I mean? This is a fun job if you let it be, especially if you're talented, like, and you're hardworking. There's nobody that can stop you or tell you no, not to do it. All you have to do is just make people laugh. Like that's your only fucking job. Just do that, and you can connect with people. You know what I mean? Like that's yeah. I'm gonna do this the rest of my life.
Yeah,
I swear to God,
100%. I feel it in you. I see it in you.
Oh man,
I know.
I'm hungry.
Yeah. Well, no, I just like people that like have that like overflow, like it just like glows off of you. Your love for comedy.
I appreciate that, man.
And it's in your approach and your joke writing and all. Clear. So as someone that like loves it that way too.
Yeah,
I see it in you. Oh yes, dude.
What got you into it?
Oh, dude, I've been, I don't know. Originally,
yeah.
First got me into comedy. I don't even know. Let me try to think. I just started watching stand-up specials like with my mom and my stepdad.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Like who? Like Chris Rock?
I think like Bill Burr was like some of the first ones that we got heavy into. Yeah. Yeah, dude, of course. Stepdad showing you Bill Burr. It's right in there.
Bill Burr's hilarious though.
So
and he was funny in black rooms before that was like a thing for white comics. You know what I mean? And Bill Burr, John Mulaney, like those are the white boys that I'm always gonna like the way they write and the way they're able to connect to the audience. I mean, Patrice O'Neal is my favorite.
Oh, dude, so good.
Chris Rock.
I mean, John Mulaney sideswiped. I was the door guy at Penguins, and I was watching a thing that John was doing with, it's like his interview with Chris Letterman, or with Letterman, David Letterman, and he's like, yeah, whether you're doing Radio City or Penguins in Cedar Rapids, I'm like, whoa, what the fuck are you doing sideswiping Cedar Rapids?
How dare you?
Yeah, how dare you? Well, you're saying this, we were like, it doesn't really matter the venue type of thing, but it's like, wait, Penguins.
Yeah, that's the thing about, if you're going to do comedy, you got to learn to do the road, and which means that you got to crush at Penguins. You know what I mean? That's one of the
murder
things.
Penguins back in the day before Penguins has been long gone.
Is it gone?
It's gone.
R.I.P. man.
Dude, I don't think there's a club in Cedar Rapids right now.
I didn't even know. Is that Iowa?
Yeah, in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Mm-hmm.
Iowa. Okay, Iowa. I know it's Midwestern.
Have you done any shows in Iowa?
No. No. Nebraska I haven't been to.
I feel like you would crush in Fort Dodge.
You think?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, maybe I should go out.
Anywhere. I feel like you would crush. Yeah, do you do well in the Midwest where you've been?
Oh yeah. I did because I'm native, and so there's something about the Midwest where they're like, all the towns are named after native words and stuff, and they're like, yeah, like they
know a lot about it because they're they like actually kind of like take a genuine approach of it too. I think a lot of them more than like the Western and Eastern Seaboard people towards native. I don't know though.
100%. It's like a way for them to be a spicy white is to have like Cherokee ancestry. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And so that they want to connect with me because it like gives them a little bit of validity in their life. You know. And like it's like motherfucker, just go fishing. I don't give a shit. You know, like yeah. Make jerky. I'm not going to like gatekeep smokehouse from you. Okay,
sure.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah,
have you had some really awesome experiences with white people you weren't expecting to have awesome experiences
all the time, man? I'm half white. You know what I mean? And so I went to prep school. Like I've had the shitty experiences, but there's something about rich whites. They got great taste. Like good food, you know what I mean? Like good whiskey, like even like good vacations, or like they live a good life, right?
Right.
And like the reasons why they get to live a good life, terrible. I get that, but the actual living of the life, like you totally get it. It's so much fun.
Right. That's why you want to come from old money, new money, where you had to commit the atrocities. The atrocities are longer. They've had happened. You know?
Dad, it wasn't me. That was great grandpa. Okay,
exactly. You can sleep at night a little better on the Louis Vuitton pillow.
And then I love white trash. I love
trailer trash is the best.
Because I was in the Marine Corps, enlisted Marine Corps, and so them good old boys know how to have a good time. Just giant. Like down in Florida, they do this thing where they'll take like VW, like those little bugs, those beetles, and they'll put them on giant monster truck tires, and then they'll just go mudding, like
deep.
Yeah, that's crazy to me, man. But it was fun, man. I had a lot of good times with the Marines, man.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
How old were you when you decided you wanted to go? Did you know before you turned 18 or?
I was bipolar, dog. I flunked out. I got a scholarship at the U of A, and then got gnarly and flunked out right away. And I was like, I need my dad to be proud of me. And he was a Marine, and my mom was a Marine, and so I was like, I'll do this, and don't take an oath to support and defend the Constitution on a bipolar impulse.
Yeah,
that's my advice to your audience right now. Hopefully that gets in the algorithm.
That could have been the best advice you would give our audience, Josh. Our audience needs to hear that.
Good, I'm glad. Let me tell you. All right, don't marry a stripper. All right, that's the other. I'm proud of it. Happy to get out. I did my time to have an honorable discharge, and it exposed me to a part of the country that I would never been exposed to.
Where's that?
Well, just like a part of the country that votes for Trump, Like,
okay, I see what you mean.
All right, because like I got my degree in economics, like I was always with NPR whites.
Yeah,
growing up.
Yes,
very particular type.
Yeah, you were Democrat whites.
Democrat whites for sure. Yeah. Secret racist. You know what I mean?
Well, that's the thing about Boulder too. That where the bubble we grew up in is the same kind of thing, where it is Democrat whites, but they are secretly racist.
100%.
Yes. Yeah.
No homeless people around me, but I will donate to charities. You know what I mean?
The charities better not trickle down their money to actual people that matter.
Yeah.
They better spend all that on the executive fees. Those charities I give my money to.
Yeah. Lock the door when a black person walks by, though, for sure. Yeah.
Black people aren't walking by.
Yeah, not in Boulder. Yeah. I'm gonna go up there.
Someone told me a crazy stat back when I was like in high school. You should look this up. I think he looked it up for me. In like 2004, there was like, I think maybe 835 black people in the city of Boulder.
Oh, wow.
I know this percentage is of Superior, Colorado.
Yeah, but that's even some. Yeah, but like in city of Boulder, I was like, that's crazy to me. I'm so glad I didn't go to see Boulder and I left to go to Iowa, and I got groups of people coming from St. Louis and Chicago area and like teach me about the world and not like keep me in my small-minded, stupid little ignorant bubble. Thank God for that, dude.
That's funny you had to go to Iowa to meet black people.
Ironic? Yeah, it's so funny. Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
Chicago black is a fun black too. You know what I mean? Like, yeah,
the most fun. The large black ladies from Chicago. Oh my goodness,
man. Have you been out?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it seems like a place that you might end up.
No, I don't see myself in Chicago. No.
Is it too cold, or is it just the culture?
No. Nah, it's just no.
Yeah.
No, I mean I'm not a bag chaser either.
Oh,
like for business, or like I would already be down the line, like bagged off.
If
that was the case. So I've like already like hard went away from like that path.
Yeah,
and so that would be the only why I leave Denver. There's nothing better than Denver.
And it's so hard to like actually pursue a career and do comedy. Like, because comedy can take up every bit of your spare time if you let it.
Yeah. Well, also I think a lot of people from the jet they go, it's every minute that I have outside of anything I have, which is usually nothing, is going to comedy. And it's like, well, maybe that doesn't have to be the approach right off the jump. Like, good for you if that is, but I don't know.
I'm a big fan of projects. Work on projects. You know what I mean? That
like
have
segmenting
exactly, and to do a ton of work into it and have it succeed or don't succeed. Learn what you can, and then move on and learn.
Have you always been you put out a ton of? I didn't even think about it. Wow, that might be a better approach.
Well, because it's like you can obsess over it, but then it also has an end date too.
Yeah,
and it's also all going towards something. You know what I mean? That has like real benefits. I don't know. I did a ton of festivals. Like the way I did it, started comedy with Elliott Weber, Kate McLaughlin, Jacob Jonas down in Durango.
In college?
In college in Fort Lewis.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. And then, we had a nice little fun scene, very soft scene. And it was like a good good opportunity to be like, oh, I can make people laugh. And then we come up to Denver, get our asses kicked in the mic scene, but get better. And we started producing our own shows, started doing little road trips that you do with your friends. Like we went to Savage Henry Comedy Festival up in the Northern California.
Oh,
dang, man, you blowing up right now.
it's the chicken.
Oh, is it the chicken? Is it chicken time?
Chicken's blowing up.
Oh, man.
Well, we're going to have to get back to his comedy journey after the break, folks. We have more important things to tend to. But
I'm about to just suck a chicken's dick, dog.
have you listened to the radio before in your life?
Have I listened to radio? Yeah,
it is.
that's the chicken sucking dick part.
This is our signature. And if you want to hear that chicken sucking dick part, head over to patreon.com/intolerable. We're going to have to record one. Those mouth sounds were too good not to record. You're listening to 91.1. Oh shit, was that another plane? We'll be right back. We're back. We're live. It's the after hour show. We're fully fed.
Oh, delicious. Yeah. I like the barbecue sauce you had. It felt like there was a little bit of like cumin in there.
Oh, okay.
I
Well,
know.
shouts out to that barbecue sauce. You're doing the most for me today. Thank you.
Yeah, no free advertising though. So
I don't know. I would know. Oh, did you put the Sweet Baby Ray's on there, or did you do the other one?
the shorter one.
Okay,
Shorter
it's like a Kansas City barbecue sauce. Shouts out.
KC, that's right. Yeah, tomahawk chop. Am I right? Yeah. Oh, you motherfuckers! You mother.
It's been coming up a lot recently
You
on the
colonizers.
show.
You.
The FSU.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's the Florida State, right? That's where they do
Uh-huh.
it. That's
That's right.
they stole it. The Chiefs stole it from them, right?
Yeah,
I mean, they've been doing it in that
Atlanta Braves
stadium
used
for
to do
way
it,
longer.
yeah.
Oh, they really?
Yeah, a lot of people usually do. Tomahawk chop used to be a pretty common one.
So it's just an overall,
Yes,
It was a
overall-
stadium vibe back in the day.
and it's always not been okay. It's always been.
Okay, fine.
You know what's funny is that like the FSU, they're the Seminoles, and they have a mascot, a guy that dresses up in Seminole gear, and rides around on a horse and throws a spear at the 50-yard line.
Yep.
That's usually like a white guy. They make him take a 3-credit history course in Seminole history to do that job.
Good.
Which I'm like, I love that. It's like, if we're gonna be racist, you know what I mean?
Earn
like
it.
make people
Yes.
exactly.
I totally like that mindset.
Yeah.
They could fix a lot more in the world if they just laden the incentives the right way.
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
Like, oh yeah, you can steal from impoverished third world countries bureaucrats, but you gotta also, help out black communities in the United States or something. Like, I don't know.
We gotta funnel
switch.
this. Yeah. I like how we're always just stealing from third world countries.
Well, I mean,
It's Wild West out there.
listen, Josh, we've long been talking about on this show why we shouldn't be okay with the fact that child slaves make things that we all spend way too long looking at.
I don't like thinking about it, and then when I don't think about it, it doesn't exist.
See, but that's where it's like, so yes, so we do have to kind of be.
We were in an 11 to 15-year war, then no draft, like it was in a faraway country. People don't even know what Afghanistan looks like.
Do you remember we had people guarding fields of poppy during that time?
That's right. You know why?
Yeah, I do know why.
Heroin.
Because I read.
No, it's because of those bagels. Okay.
The Sackler family. Yeah.
The Sackler family, huh?
Yeah, well, yeah, it's a precursor to opioids, right?
Oh, yeah.
You need the heroin-based poppy to make opiates.
Exactly. And then, I get people hooked up on hook. That actually happened to, he's not really a friend, but he was friendly, and he was in the Marine Corps, and he had insurance. This was in the reserve, so it's like you're not always on the Marine Corps, so you had to get your own insurance. Had insurance, lost his insurance, still had the back pain. And so he went from opioids to heroin, and he was just doing heroin out of a vape. I didn't even know that the technology for heroin had got to that place where it's like they have cartridges of heroin.
Cartridges?
Yeah,
now?
like on your pen, you could do heroin if you wanted to, just casually. And are you doing heroin right now?
No.
Chris, you better not be producing the show on heroin. Can I get a beer? Can I ask you for a producer thing? I'm sorry.
Let me produce you a beer.
I'm so sorry, dude.
Yeah.
This is the last person in the world I want to have to hand me a beer.
Oh yeah, why is he?
He's an alcoholic.
Oh. Oh, no shit.
Oh, it's on the top rack. Sorry. Should have given better beer instructions. He's like, it's a foreign world in here. I've never seen. Don't send this guy to a liquor store to pick up something I lost.
Damn,
Come on, that's good.
that was like the most minimal amount of like you got to figure it out yourself, and you failed so quickly. That's,
No.
So there's two PBRs down in the left corner, and I'm locked in.
You locked in on the PBRs.
oh, the Peebers.
That's beer.
That's beer.
Yeah,
That's
this
good
is,
Grand
this is
Junction
better.
beer.
This is
That's
better.
PBR, dude.
PBR is Grand Junction beer.
Is it?
Yeah, oh, for sure. That's like the national beer of Grand Junction.
County.
Not Coors Banquet?
No, dude. I mean, if you're at like a show or you're at like Country Jam, Banquet, and all that, like Miller Lite and shit. But nah, dude, PBR. It was like the most spot. That and what's the other canned?
Bush. Tecate.
I like a Tecate.
Huge out there.
I like a Tecate as well.
Yeah, I grew up with Mexicans though. You know what I mean?
What was your beer of choice growing up?
growing up?
What was your dad's beer choice?
Dad didn't really drink beer. Sam Adams.
Sam Adams, okay.
Had to be something, which is good. Sam Adams
That's a
holds
nice
up.
beer.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I don't know. I guess, Miller, which is champagne of beers. It's a tasty beer for cheap beers.
Yes.
If that makes sense.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
And it's the bottles were nice. They used to put some effort into those bottles compared to other bottles.
Sure. Yeah. I like a peeper, Rolling Rock, a cold snack. Cold snacks, I think, are underrated. I think. Yeah.
Is that Montucky? Yeah.
Ice House? Anybody?
Oh, dude, I can't.
What?
I can't do an ice house.
Nah, dog. Yeah, I do a 40. I do a 40 ounce before I do an ice house, dog.
That's a non-alcoholic beer.
Little malt liquor, baby.
Malt liquor.
A little Edward 40 hands.
Have you ever done any Edward 40 hands?
Oh yeah, dog. I used to be like in college. I was not healthy. I was running. I did like marathons and like half marathons, but like
Work hard, play hard kind of guy.
Yeah.
Hands?
Huh?
With 240s in your
Hell no. Can you imagine? I just keep.
He's the man, the native. They call him Native 40 Hands.
It's my culture. It's my culture. It's my culture.
Yeah.
It's almost like a satire of my culture.
Actually, you might be able to like make a fun skit out of that, or short like micro skit or something.
Yeah.
You as someone covering that.
Adam 40 Hands. That's funny. Yeah. No, but now I drink. I like beer, but like for the taste of it.
Yeah. See.
Yeah.
Same.
And so I try not to go over like 5 beers in a night ish. Because I'm 33 and I don't like the feeling of being hungover anymore.
Yeah.
But but I also do like 9%.
I'm 27 and I got hungover like a few months ago. And I was like,
feel?
I'm done with this. Like
Sucks.
forever.
It sucks.
Like there's no reason for this
Why?
ever again.
I'm a grown man.
Why did we do this? Why do we think we're going to have fun? This is so dumb.
My credit score is over 600. I'm not going to be hungover again. Okay.
God.
Yeah. I don't know, man. But yeah, and it's like with comedy, it's so connected with beer. You know what I mean? Or just alcohol in general, I guess. But
You either love it and you get the beers,
or you're sober.
or you're sober. I mean, that's the comics.
It's because you loved it too much.
Because you loved it way too much. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. There's a clear split among comics.
And I don't really do coke. Yeah, not really. And so, which is nice, because it's not really like a want that I have.
Nice.
A lot of marijuana, but even then, it's like there's something about a sober set that like you're being so intentional. Yeah, and I like that. You're like really learning more stuff as opposed to sort of like,
Bro, I can learn a lot.
Accidental.
When I'm high. You know how much I got my ACT when I was high, dude? I can learn a lot when I'm high. Oh, yeah. I'm the same guy when I'm high. Yeah.
Maybe we'll get higher than a 23, you know? Is that a burn?
He's the kid that's taking the ACTs high.
I feel like 30% of people take the ACT high for sure. I was an SAT kid.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Was that when they had the actual score scale? Like the real test before they soft-bodied it? Look up when they soft-bodied the ACT or SAT. What year did they soft-body the SAT?
I don't think I'm getting like defensive. I'm getting tribal over the SAT versus ACT.
No, I'm saying the SAT used to be like way better than the ACT, and then they were like, the SAT is too hard. We're gonna make it easy. We're gonna soft it down for these.
Definitely not when I was taking it.
Okay.
Like when I was taking it, a 1600, meant something.
When was it?
2016.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I graduated class 09, baby.
Nice.
Yeah. So when I was taking the SAT, it was
The real one.
The real one. 1400. Hell yeah, dog.
Damn, dude.
Went to U of A, flunked out immediately.
But that was my choice.
My brain chemicals don't work right sometimes.
I've been there, brother.
Yeah, but I like the way that. Yeah, I worked at gas stations and I would get high and I would get the munchies and I'm like, oh, I'm already at the gas station.
Damn, what a good job.
I would like walk.
I'm smart, man.
I would walk to the candy aisle. I'm like, I'm gonna steal some candy right now. And then I would look up in the mirror and the clerk was looking right back at me, but it was a mirror, so it was me.
Oh, dude, that's so good.
But yeah, that's when I got addicted to hot dogs, man.
Oh, dude, I don't know if I've ever had a gas station hot dog. Are they next level? I was like a hidden gem of the world.
So I worked at Quick Trip, and so those have some pretty good, cheddar dogs. You know what I mean? You got the tornadoes.
I was just gonna say you fuck with tornadoes.
Yeah, and then when I started working there, it was right when they opened up QT Kitchens, and so like I got to fuck around with that a lot too. And so,
what is that? For those that don't know, QT Kitchens.
QT Kitchens, it's just like fast food.
Oh, they like do like a whole restaurant in the Quick Trip.
Yeah, a lot of pizzas.
They'd like, yeah, I know Casey's. You know, we in Iowa in college we'd get breakfast pizza from Casey's.
Yeah, breakfast pizza's good with like the gravy and the sausage, and you're like, this is surprisingly
it's actually
way better.
Hits.
Yeah.
That gas station food is crazy. Like in just like 4 months, I gained like 10 pounds just eating 3 tornadoes in the morning.
Eesh, yeah.
At a gas station, we're going to fill a car.
That jalapeno cream cheese dog, just fucking. I'll suck dick for that. Like, especially like it's the jalapeno cream cheese coming out of the penis. Oh my god, yo, I'm talking the worst gluck you've ever had in your life.
You'll
dog.
make him finish.
Yeah, yo,
but jalapeno cream cheese on the other side.
It's gonna hurt him more than it hurts me. I guarantee you, he's gonna come out of there looking like he just had an encounter with a Dementor. Like, soul sucked. Cream cheese is good, man.
Dude, damn.
Yeah.
I mean, so you work in that job and then you started putting on some pounds, are you saying?
Yeah, I guess. It's always fluctuated, but that's why it's like.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to, I thought you were leading me down somewhere with that. I didn't mean to.
I was just, I mean, I got fat at. You can't be fat in the Marine Corps. They mean girl the hell out of you, dog. They're like, you can't sit with us anymore. On Wednesdays we wear green.
We wear the hips not that wide.
Yeah. But after I left the Corps, I was like, fuck it, dog. I'm growing out my hair. I'm getting fat. I'm fucking living life finally, and that was fun. But then it's like I'm 33 now. And I'm like, if I don't get a hold of physical fitness and sort of how I'm like treating my body, how I'm eating and stuff like that, I am going to die by the time I'm 45. Just because that's the track record when it comes to natives. I don't have diabetes yet. That's the way that sentence is for me. You know what I mean? Like everybody in my native side of family did get diabetes eventually. And so there's like all these like sort of things like, I'm just so fucking talented, and I need the world to see it. You know what I mean? So I gotta stick around until the haters fucking cry.
Right. And then you don't want to like be like around in a huge state either.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Well, no. It sucks because it's like, especially with comedy.
No, I mean, hey, I'm saying because I only say this from a place of I've been 340 pounds. I've been a fat dude, and it sucks to live life when you're fat. It's hard. It's hard to live life fat.
Yeah. Stairs become your enemy. You're like, this used to be just a part of life, and now like I have to be strategic about who I go to the second floor with. You know what I mean? Based on who it is, who judges me. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. And it hasn't really stopped too much in my life, but I just want to be able to run again. Like, I just want to be, literally, that's it. I'm going to do, right now, it's like couch to 5K.
Oh, I like this. You can make whole content out of this.
I might, because it is like, it starts at the beginning of August. And really be a great goal of mine, because Elliott's already in shape, if like we could run together in this like little European town. That's gay as fuck, man.
I love that.
You know what I mean?
I love that, Josh. That's so cool.
Isn't that cool?
Very cool. Very cool.
Running in a European
so gay,
city.
So cool.
Yeah.
Couldn't be gayer and cooler.
Yeah.
If you try, you could try. You know, actually, why don't you guys get cappuccinos before you go for the run?
I don't know. You were an ally.
How can you enhance like this? I mean, I am. Wait till you find out I'm a community member. Dear God.
Come on. With shoes like that, I believe you.
Yep.
Okay.
Amen.
Yeah, so that's the whole
I don't know
goal.
what that means, but I'll take it.
I don't know.
It's a rip. It's a rip.
What do you wear? Size 13?
No, dude, I wish, dude, I could find shoes. They're 15s.
They're 15s?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been to the Ross section before. They don't really go in the 15s on Ross.
No, and they've started doing this thing where the companies that did make size 15 shoes, now they're making more all gender shoes. They're like taking their shoes from men and they're saying, no, we're just making all gender sizes now. And that means that they don't have to produce 15s.
Oh, man.
So it's like, fuck.
Shit.
But no company, I've said it for a while, no company should make houses to live in for big people my size or cars to drive or shoes big enough because people shouldn't be this big and God wants us to die. So you're just
like you're cryptid to large commercial production. Like,
yeah, I mean,
it doesn't exist on a statistical scale.
You shouldn't. Yeah, no.
Are you? Because what are you? 6'6"?
What do you stay in business? You don't want to make shoes for people this big. They don't exist.
Yeah.
I'm 6'9" if I stand up all the way or straight.
Jesus, 6'9".
Yeah, so it's like
6'3"
standard deviations, like 99.987th percentile.
Wow.
It's like, yeah, you don't need to be making shoes for these people.
Yeah. Did you play ball?
I did until freshman year, and then I stopped. I played Ultimate Frisbee.
Why? Oh, Ultimate Frisbee's fun.
Well, because I sucked. I wasn't that good, and we played 5 out, and I was big, and I wasn't going to fucking...
You played 5 out? That sucks.
Yeah, that sucks when you're a big guy and play 5 out. The slowest guy running suicides in 70s. Yeah, I was slow too as fuck.
Oh, man.
Bench rider, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Great teammate, though. Good energy.
Why would they use your size, though?
Dude, there's more size to use. I'm sure there's other players.
It just doesn't make sense. I like 5 out when you have a 6'9" guy.
Josh, I'm going to make a terrible joke right now that I hope no one sees. But the coach was a short guy and he took his own life a few years back.
Jesus.
So clearly the system didn't work.
Oh my God, is that true?
It is true.
That's not a joke. That's just a sad
fact. The system didn't work. No, it's sad. It is very sad.
I guess it is Boulder. Boulder would go 5 out, to be honest. If there was a place that went 5 out, it would be Boulder. Probably played zone defense too.
Dude, if I would have seen Joker in the league, I would have maybe gone to a D3 and like kept playing basketball, thinking that like
D3 where you gotta pay for your own stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Like a white guy with just like the IQ of the game, and that's all I have. No athleticism whatsoever. Yeah, I could hit shots and do like little stuff, but
Also D3 JUCO, that's nothing to sniff at.
No, they're good. When I say that, I would have rode the bench. Let me be very clear right now, Josh. I would have rode the bench.
Yeah, that's right. Gotten to the parties though.
That would have been a lot of work just to ride the bench.
He was unlucky. We had 2 other kids in our grade that went to the same high school that were above 6'6" who played basketball.
No, they were tall. Yeah, they were taller than me. That were 2 kids in my grade.
Even rarer than Sean being here. Is 3 of those people that tall?
Yeah, that's fair enough.
So I was like, I'll go play Ultimate and sky these fools.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we did.
That's great.
And Lord, we did.
That's fun. Yeah, just throw it up.
Yeah, well, I was the guy throwing it up to my friends, but yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, because they can't block you.
Yeah, that was the other thing. I was like, I can throw pretty well. And like when I pivot, no one can stick with me because I'm like 10, 13 feet across or whatever when I pivot both ways out.
Yeah, that range of motion's got to be crazy for people.
And then also like you get to the high stall count, you just throw the hammer over the top. They're not stopping you.
Yeah.
It was my bailout throw back in the day.
Just throw it as a punt, baby.
As a punt, exactly. He gets it, Josh.
Yeah.
You should run the system. You can be the coach.
Do you still do Ultimate? I almost called it fantasy. I don't know why.
I haven't played Ultimate in a minute. It would be fun to get back out
You
there.
know the amount of people. You could just do a Volo League. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
they would love it, dog.
Yeah, that'd be so fun.
Yeah. All those kids in Rhino. You know what I mean? That are from Ohio. That went to Ohio State. Came out here to go skiing.
See, that's
often.
the thing though, is you get some people that are like super good, and like you also have to find this weird. If you get like an Alex Kennedy type in a rec league that's like suiting up metal cleats and wants to cut off the opponent's feet, it's it doesn't work.
You're saying Alex Kennedy, like anybody's gonna know who that is?
He's the guest of the show.
Okay.
This dude, before senior year, he goes, "Hey, I got metal cleats." I go, "It's against the rules to get metal spiked cleats, Alex. You know that?" And he goes, "Yeah, but I got them so that I can cut off defenders' feet." And I'm like, you are insane.
Yeah. They do have them too in those rec leagues, like where it's like no one's gonna
of a guy.
No one's gonna fuck you because you're like this competitive about this. Like, what's wrong with you? I have more fun. Like,
I've been that guy in situations before in my life where I'm just like too competitive, not having enough fun. And it's like that. Nobody needs this, dude.
Yeah.
Nobody wants this guy.
This is recreational.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're trying to recreate.
Yeah, dude, I ended up on the wrong side of some Civil War reenactments.
Yeah, you got the
a little too Riley. No, I've never been in a Civil War reenactment. That's dude.
What's funny is that you were the slave.
Like, this is not very accurate, guys.
Oh, Mr. Massa, this is not very accurate.
This is not very accurate. I say, I ain't gonna lie, I'm an educated nigga. This is not very accurate. Big Mike approved that sound drop. He was put on the board with Big Mike's approval. He would be proud of how I just used it. Thank you, Big Mike.
Yeah. Another big guy. Another big guy that doesn't play basketball.
Dude, the 5th episode of this pod, big dogs, they die young. I'm telling you.
Good.
Good.
Bad.
It is good. It is good that they die young. The world does not need us. We shouldn't fit through doors. Don't make things taller.
Are you not trying to have a kid?
Yeah, I mean,
with your fiance?
But we'd love to have a kid.
What? How about this? Adopt one. That's what I'm trying to. I'm trying to go blindside with this. You know what I mean? Yeah, get me
fun.
Just like go to like the park and have them play like a game of like 1-on-1, and whoever wins gets to have a home.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
dude.
Yeah.
I would love, if maybe I partner with Mr. Beast and we do like who wants to have a life and a good, secure family? Like, I don't know. Like, it's like Squid Games, but first. Yeah. And we get people from all over the world send in videos.
Yeah, I like how you're like, let me just partner with the biggest YouTuber of all time in the history for this.
So clearly make believe satire land, Josh.
Okay. Oh, my bad. Yeah. Yeah. The purveyor of the 5th best chocolate.
Dude. He's got to be up to like some weird shit, right?
Oh yeah, I
he's
feel like,
diddling.
I feel like
for sure.
I feel like he's fucking tortoises. Like, you know what I mean? Like something like
even darker.
Yeah, just something where it's like, yeah, you hold the tiger. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, dude. I'm telling you, you can look at his. There's a thing about people's eyes, and like you can't see shit behind this guy's eyes. I'm telling you, look at the videos.
They'll play the camera too, and they're like, that's a mannequin.
Like, that's not a person. Like, that's not a guy.
It's an alien in a human
and
suit
like,
that figured out the algorithm.
I've watched long form interviews with him.
Yeah,
still don't see anything behind the eyes. I've really tried with this guy. I'm like, he knows, he's putting the work, he's successful. Like, this is totally someone I should learn from. And I try, and there's nothing behind the eyes, dude.
Yeah.
Valley, bro. Mark Zuckerberg was like that for a while.
He's still like that, man.
I mean, he's
just because he does judo now doesn't mean that he's a human.
I agree. He's still like that. I'm on Josh's team on this one.
He does judo so that he learned how to hug.
A gold chain and a black shirt on JRE doesn't mean he's cool.
Yeah.
Tan was the defining factor, but yeah.
Yeah.
The tan, fair enough.
That's fair. Yeah. That's a man that's just trying to steal Hawaii away again. That's a man
for real. That's Dole.
He has stolen Hawaii. He owns like 17% of the main island.
Yeah, and when you start getting into double digits of percentage, you know what I mean? You're like,
ownership of a state of
a state of the union. You know? Even if it's like Rhode Island, you're like, you own too much of Rhode Island.
Listen, Ted Turner, we didn't have a conversation since 1992. You own 40% of Wyoming.
All right.
Have you ever seen Hawaii superimposed, like geographically correct over the United States, like the mainland United States?
No,
it's a lot bigger than people think.
Oh, really?
Yes, dude, like, I have read about this where
chain stretches pretty much across the nation, and the island of Hawaii is like the size of like Georgia. Or like,
oh, really? I didn't know it was that big.
Bigger than I thought it was, dude. I was like, huh. So 70% of that's
interesting. Well, I did know that map culture has long been fucking over Hawaii.
Oh yeah.
That, like, the map drawers have been like long shafting the fuck out of Hawaii and Alaska too, right? Because Alaska's always smaller than it really should be. It should be twice as big as Texas.
Yeah.
And the map drawers hate to give Alaska its full cock.
Yeah. Fuck Texas.
Make it right unless it's a globe.
That's true. Yeah, it has to be on a circle.
Well, they can really make it right and make it flat, but that's a whole different conversation.
That's an ice ring you're hitting, okay? Yeah.
But then everyone's like, how are we going to model the firmament? And I'm like,
That's the craziest thing is like Kyrie Irving, he's a flat earther, but he's also like a quarter native. And so it's like, he gets a pass for me. You know what I mean? Like, I'll let it slide, man. So you fucked up the whole Brooklyn Nets situation. Who cares?
So is Elizabeth Warren native enough for you?
No, she's not. She's not enrolled, baby. All right. Fucking.
Is it quarter the cut, or can we go down to an eighth?
Yeah, depends on the tribe.
Can we get 16th? Depends on the tribe. Interesting. Yeah. Tell me why.
So there's this fun little thing called blood quantum for some tribes. This. So like I'm Navajo, so you have to be at least a quarter or more to be enrolled in the tribe. So if I have kids, or if I donate my sperm, well, I'm half. They're all going to be quarter, and they can all be enrolled. But if they don't marry back into the Navajo system, then none of their kids can be enrolled Navajo, even if they grow up on the res. Cherokee, there's no blood quantum at all. It's more of like, can you tie back your ancestor back to the Dawes roll is what they call it. And so if you're able to do that, you can get enrolled in the tribe. So even if you have JJ Alexander, I don't know if you know, he's a comic down out of the Springs,
He's been on the
1034th Choctaw or something like that.
Nice.
Which is, and he showed me his tribal ID.
Nice.
His tribal ID. And it's at 1,000.
He's the whitest, most he looks like Tyler Childress. As far as a white guy.
Native shows too, you know what I mean?
He's great. That's funny.
Because he is enrolled, you know what I mean? So it's like,
that's hilarious. He's funny as fuck too.
Yeah. He's got that weird. He loves Shane Gillis, and it shows in his stand up. You know what I mean? But we went down and we did a native show down in Durango. We took his mom's Tesla, and she made us like French toast for the way down. I was like, this isn't a car food, but it was nice. It was very sweet. She's always been very nice to me. I like her.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Also not a native, very.
Yeah, she's super white.
Like wacky though. Like, do you not find that like kind of disrespectful to have a native card like that and be 160,000 or whatever it is?
Well, Elizabeth Warren teaches a class at fucking Harvard about it, and she's So I mean, there's a lot of. I'm sure he could get upset about a lot of things.
That could.
Person and how they go about it.
But I guess I believe in indigenous sovereignty, and if a nation wants to decide how they want to define their identity, I fully endorse that. So
I'll translate. There are some fake tribes out there.
I mean, there's a lot of like debate about what tribe is the best, and it's definitely Navajo for sure. My biggest reservation, we're biggest by population, even though we do have one of the higher blood quantums. And then we also just have so many more natives that like go to Ivy League schools or do stuff or do Netflix as a joke. That's me.
He did it the first all native lineup for Netflix.
That's true. Yeah, and I had 3 Navajos on that. All right, and I'm not gonna say there's a Navajo bias for my shows, but there absolutely is.
Because we're the best.
Yeah.
Tuba City, Navajo Nation.
What's up?
Tuba City.
Tuba City is Navajo Nation. Yeah. It's Western.
Buy a bunch of shit when I go to Lake Powell.
It's Western. He says he doesn't like it.
I'm an Eastern Agency Navajo, which is like the ghetto type of Navajo. Some people would say, maybe, I don't know, south of Gallup, G-Town, baby. All right, if you ever want to go shoplift in a Walmart, let's do it, dog. All right, honor the ancestors.
New Mexico, right?
Huh?
Gallup, New Mexico.
Gallup, New Mexico. Yeah. 26 miles from the border.
Highway 66.
Oh, yeah, that's right, man.
Damn,
Old 66 is a great place to die of alcoholism. All right.
Some of those spots are a little rough.
Is that where you grew up?
Yeah, like I said, just summers and winters, going back to the rest, just south of, it's a town called Vanderwagen. Yeah. And,
Do you have brothers and sisters?
One sister, she lives in Albuquerque right now. She's going to school at UNM.
Good for her.
Yeah, just learning.
Younger than you, or?
Yeah, 6 years younger. But yeah, she's on her own little journey. Got her a little white boy.
Were you a good brother?
I try to be.
What? No. Let's go back when you were younger, because I know I was not a good 2 year. I was 2 years older than my sister, and I was not a decent brother all the time.
Oh yeah, no, we got divorced. We got divorced. My parents got divorced.
Jesus Christ!
About child of divorce. So like I was like taking care of her. So my mom actually went back to college right away.
Wow.
So like I was like a 12-year-old with like a 4-year-old like little sister, like flying on Southwest from Phoenix to Detroit. You know what I mean? And like stewardesses will be like, "Hi, how are you doing?" They give us crayons and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it was like weird because it was like this idea of like, I'm traveling across the country as a child with another child
that I'm kind of the responsible for.
Exactly. Yeah.
Huh.
And then and so my mom was always like, she had a very unhealthy.
So they got divorced when you're what, 12?
Yeah.
And then
fourth grade. Yeah.
And then she moves to Detroit.
Yeah. Well, Ypsilanti, which is by Ann Arbor. She went back to Eastern Michigan.
Okay, gotcha. That's where she's from.
Yeah, that's where she was going to school. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, for school. So okay, Got it. I'm just trying to connect the dots in my head about why we were doing back and forth.
Yeah. And so she graduates, she goes back to the res, and then that's when we start. My dad there's like a halfway point in between where my mom lives and where my dad lives, and it's the McDonald's in Winslow. And so actually,
hey, I got dropped off at various places. I've got some jokes about it. It's fun.
So it's like I went back to that McDonald's. It's still there.
That's cool.
And I got ice cream. I'm like, I need to retake this.
Dude, that's kind of cool that it was the same spot every time.
It was nice.
We changed spots a few times.
Yeah, because then it's like you're always like meeting like a Staples parking lot, or like it's like it's a drug deal, except that they're just transferring the kids.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
You know your parents get better with the trafficking when they go to places where other trafficking is happening. We get out of the office park and we get into the Walmart.
Yeah.
It's more like conspicuous here.
And you're like just like walking by a sex worker. You guys make eye contact. You're like, oh, same time next week.
Different kind of trafficking over there, but good for you, honey.
I don't know. So I mean we're close, but then it's like I left. I did foreign exchange my senior year of high school, and so I lived in Swansea for a year.
Whoa, what was that like? Tell me about that.
Beautiful, man. I don't know if you've ever fucked a sheep, but it's so good. It's like it feels almost like this is a real thing.
Chris was with sheep for a while.
All about it, dude.
Oh yeah. You could. Yeah. I gave a lot of chlamydia to them.
That's why they all have them now?
That's why they have them.
You're welcome for that chlamydia. All right, I love the UK. They have such an appreciation for cleverness.
Yes,
that I think it's way underrated.
Yeah, dude, their comedy styling's different. Over there.
And I think like our stand up is better, but their like just appreciation of humor is better over there. So it's like easier to like. They'll give you more space to try to develop a smarter joke, and they'll laugh at things if it's clever, if it makes sense, as opposed to like American stand-up is like you laugh whether you want to or not, because you know what I mean. The best ones, they can just make you laugh just because it's just how funny they are, and so which I like. I like developing American style humor here because I'm really excited to see how it does over there in the UK. Doing Fringe, I'm going to be doing shows, 25 days, but it's also
25 days
in a row. We're doing our show, but then I like going to jump on all those lineups. You know what I mean? Which because they're having multiple comedy shows every day.
Wait, hang on. So you get to run this show 25 days in a row over there? I didn't understand this. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah. So Edinburgh,
re-explain this to me. I am a lost child in the world.
No problem.
Please show me the door.
Edinburgh Fringe is the largest art festival in the world. There's about 1,500 shows that get put on.
Okay.
Ton of different production companies. It's sort of like the first like punk rock show has been going on for about 80 years ish, and it started because there's the Edinburgh International Festival that wasn't booking local acts, so they decided to do a festival on the fringe of that one, and so both festivals are still going on. And now Edinburgh Fringe, they have a whole bunch of production companies, but then there's 4 big ones. I call them the big 4, Utterbelly, Pleasonance, The Assembly, and Gilded Balloon. And they curate their acts in their venues. And then they'll also have their own programs and their own sort of marketing for each of those different 4 companies, and you apply to those companies.
Okay. So which one did you apply to? All of them?
We applied to 2 of them. The Pleasonance, we got rejected, and then Gilded Balloon, which accepted us. With the show Dead Man Talking. I have a dead dad. No, I have a dead mom. My dad's dead to me. I'm sorry. I always get that confused.
Oh, my God. That must be it.
Elliott Weber has a dead dad. And we're doing like stand-up around that, but then we're going to do improvised eulogies with crowd riffing type stuff from like crowd submissions. And that's sort of that sense of like you're sad that they're gone, and being able to tell stories that make you laugh and make you remember them is one of the best ways to sort of keep that memory alive.
Bro, this is so beautiful. I feel the same way about my Uncle Bill in this type of a way. He's like a father figure to me. Like, yeah.
Which we would love to, like, if you want to come and you want to talk about him a little bit, you know what I mean? We got different shows that, like, if you're like willing to talk to us about that, that's the type of riffing that we're looking for. You know what I mean? Just that thing that like you have a real thing, and then tell us something about him. Yeah,
this dude. Yeah, he started this company with my mom, off-road expedition vehicle company. And I grew up with this company, meeting these people that had walked all these weird walks of life, but somehow ended up wanting to be out in the bush in the best vehicle on earth they could do. And I sat around the fire with these folks, and I learned that like man, making money at the end of the day is not going to lead me to happiness.
Sure.
Like, it's just a myth. And a lot of this stuff that we chase in life's a myth.
Yeah.
And like, dude, it got ripped from the world way too soon and stuff. But
How long did he do it out there in the bush?
His first trip up there was a solo trip to take pictures. He went up to Alaska in a camper he built himself, the ER2K. It was 1999. Came back and he was like, this is a piece of shit rig, but I got all these great bear pictures. And then my mom's like, well, if you want to sell this, you need to, the husband's going to have a wife, and the interior needs to be nice. And so that kind of ended up being the whole business. But yeah, I'm not connected to it or anything anymore. But yeah, I just miss him. And I have so many fucking stories, and I grieve through laughing about those stories. I think it's like it's the healthiest way for me personally to be like keeping him alive in the world.
Yeah, I've heard this one line where it's like grief is just love that doesn't have a home. It can't find its home. And so when you're able to laugh about it, it's like, because laughter, I think, is one of our most like natural just reactions to grief or just to trauma in general. Like, and you'll see like comedians who go through the worst shit are some of the funniest. You know? Dude. And for whatever fucked up reason that is, there's this relationship between trauma and laughter. And I think part of it's like building tension and then releasing tension with laughter, and that community aspect I've always loved about comedy. And so to like get an opportunity to like try it over and over and over it again, and maybe even make a little bit of money or like, but our show will be at like 11 p.m. at night. And it'll end at midnight. And so it's like you're spending that death of the day, the last parts of this day with us as we're trying to talk about this thing that is going to affect all of us, no matter who you are. Death is one of the certainties of life.
Absolutely.
And so I'm excited. And
man, my heart is so full, Josh, for you about, no, I'm serious, dude. I'm excited for you. That's so cool, man. That's really, really neat.
Yeah, well, it's just a project. Like I said, It's something that I believe in, and
it shows.
And one of my best friends believes in it too. And to sort of go on this journey together, it's like there's no way that we're not going to get better. By doing this is something that like, and it's not gatekeeping, because it's like you have to apply and people have to like buy into what you're selling, which means you have to learn how to sell it. But that's all you're gonna have to do that anyways if you care about comedy, because otherwise your life is going to be miserable because you're not going to progress as fast as you want to or do the opportunities you want to. This is one of those things where it's like, this wasn't given to me. This wasn't because I'm native. This wasn't because, somebody saw me someplace. It's something that's like, I have an idea. I wrote about the idea and someone bought into the idea. Let's go do it.
That's fucking incredible, dude.
Yeah, I'm excited, man. Yeah, 25 days of it though.
So you do it for 25 days in a row from 11 to midnight?
11 to midnight, yeah. And then they the 1,500 shows, and it's like circus, and it's like act, like plays and like other stuff, and then comedy's huge. It's where UK industry discovers people. So Hannibal Buress did it, and you'll see some old Hannibal clips, like before he really got big in the States, that he was already getting big in the UK. And so it's one of those things where like, it'd be cool. Like I grew up watching, because of going to Swansea, like panel shows were all like, British does panels so well.
When you say that, for someone that's ignorant, doesn't know what you say when you say panel, what do you mean?
Like 8 out of 10 Cats does Countdown is like a good one to Google. It has Jimmy Carr as a host. You have these different comedians that are all coming on, and they'll do like puzzles, like math puzzles or word puzzles. But it's really all about banter between the different comedians on there. And so really it is banter. It's an opportunity to do banter. In America,
I love banter, dude. I wish there's more banter.
Too.
I banter in places that banter is not allowed, and that's why I get myself in trouble.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's no words for it in America, so people don't know what's going on. But that's what it is.
Yeah. You're just like
Chris knows. He's laughing because he's seen it since kindergarten.
Oh yeah.
It's banter in places it doesn't belong.
Yeah. You're like, this is a funeral. We're at a whorehouse. All right, Sean, can we just take a break for a second? I'm inside a goat. Oh, come on.
No, that's banter.
That's banter, man. I saw it's like the pound is strong against the dollar, so it's expensive, but it's also like
Not anymore.
whatever money.
Not anymore.
It's 1.3 right now.
Lowest it's ever been. Look it up.
Is that true?
Yeah, bro. You never had such
I
great
guess
purchasing
Brexit,
power.
I
Baby.
was about to say Brexit might have hit
Pound
that hard.
v US dollar. That's what I'm looking for.
Oh, 1.2, something like that.
No, he's got it right. I just want to know if it's the best it's ever been for him to do this festival. If he can buy the most.
I guess
things.
that's true. It might have been like 1.7 at some point, right?
1.27.
2.7. Nice. You fell below 3.
Oh.
Look at that.
Yeah, what was it like? I don't know, 10 years ago. Dead air.
Jamie.
Yeah, cock. No, man.
You don't have the graph? You can't just slide the graph? Come on, dude.
Yeah. This guy could never code an R.
Yeah, that's the econometrics joke for the fans at home. Code and all.
What was that?
We got 1.66.
Yeah. Okay. So you're right.
There you go.
Yeah,
No,
so.
I mean, that's great. I'm just happy that you get to buy more stuff. Hopefully you get some cool stuff over there. I bet they got lots of sweet stuff at that festival.
I'm sure. Yeah. I'm intimidated. We're staying with his godparents, Elliott's godparents.
What?
And so like
Sick.
that's a big win for us. And
Huge
they live right downtown, and so and it's not a big city. It's those European cities, because they started off, before cars and stuff like that. They're like tight. They also have the hill where the Teletubbies was filmed.
Dude,
so guess who's
that's
doing
in Edinburgh?
shrooms?
Yeah, dude. For
I'm gonna go to Teletubby land, baby.
I'm gonna go diving underwater.
Teletubbies?
Yeah, they flooded the set because so many people would go and vandalize it.
Really?
Look it up. Is that true?
Yeah, it's on a private farm. I know this as a fact.
Wow, why do you know this? Why do you know so much about the
He's a
Teletubbies?
Redditor.
Very invested in the lore of Teletubbies. So one, it was on a private farm
Okay.
that a gentleman owned who contracted out to the company to use, and they built that set on there, and it's like substantial. It's made like concrete, like it's legitimate, like essentially like a fortress, that like dome and all that shit. It's all concrete, and people would come and like, fucking vandalize, spray paint, and like kids would go there, smoke pot, drink, all that type of
Oh, yeah.
The farmer, the dude who privately owned the land, got so fucking sick of it, he just flooded it and made a pond. So it's still there, but it's underwater.
So I have to dive?
Oh,
Man, that's a YouTube video right there.
That's content. That's content.
That's content. Like I take a GoPro down underneath the water to the Teletubbies. Are you kidding me?
Glenn, you're not gonna get shot.
Yeah.
You'll come out with an angry wave at best.
What are they gonna? They're gonna stab me in the water? Yeah. I'll just keep. I know how to swim away. All right.
You should go in the water, not Elliott. Let me just say that.
You think?
Well, just
They
because
like
of the
white
UK
people over there.
Not now in the UK. You can get away with a lot more in the UK now than Elliott can.
You think?
Yes, dude. Yes.
Really?
Yes, dude. They're putting white people away for Facebook posts and memes in jail, and they're letting out rapists that are people of color. Like, this is an actual thing.
About time. I
Don't
like
rape
this
anyone,
reparation.
but I'm just saying, yeah, it is about time. You're right. That's fair. That's fair. All right.
I wasn't planning on raping anybody. Can I don't know. Can I say it straight to camera?
Yeah, straight to camera. Why don't-
Consent is so sexy.
Sexy.
I love consent more than sex.
Dude.
Honestly, like the idea that you would want to have sex with me, I'm coming right now.
Jalapeno cream cheese. Right there.
Right there, baby. Yeah. I don't know how to get that across to like 8th graders. Like I want to go into a classroom being like, it's actually cool to get it's more fun. You know what I mean? When people are into it. What do you mean? Sure.
Well, any
All right.
reasonable-minded I feel like, no. His shirt comes from, I feel like any reasonable-minded person gets more turned on by the consent than that's the
some
whole
people-
thing is that like, we've got these people that aren't reasonable with how they approach sex. That's the problem.
Are you saying it's not a wild take for me to be like consent is cool?
No, I'm saying it's a great take, and it's a good take. But I'm saying that the delineation of like, like we should be more turned on by consent, guys, like 8th grade class, like, the problem child of like, yes, you're not going to get across that billboard is not saving that. I don't know. It's just the messaging doesn't get to the people. The people are like,
I feel like most people don't think about it. I feel like that's all sort of unspoken, and sort of people just like don't internalize it because they're not really thinking about sex in that way because it's kind of taboo to talk about.
That's probably true.
You know what
And
I mean?
probably the porn generation's made it worse than it was before.
Yeah, because,
For sure.
Yeah, there's still
So
now it's like an OnlyFans type thing where it's like you can watch porn of people which is kind of
fucking crazy, dude.
crazy.
Come on,
right?
your mom's like.
Just going.
Other people's moms and stuff like that, like other people's big sisters, you know what I mean? Like they're like, yeah, there's that whole girl who's like, is it pink? And then she does content with her brother, but she does like podcast content.
That's right. Dude.
You know what I mean?
And he's like worried about going to college next year and stuff. And it's like,
Oh, I hate that.
but he's also like has a car. You know what I mean? So it's like he's also living off this pussy money.
yeah,
Like,
he's laying off the butthole money too.
yeah,
for sure.
so good for him, or bad for him, or like it's both. It's complicated, I guess, but I don't know.
OnlyFans income, a morally reputable income.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of sex work as real work. Like,
No, I get that, but I'm saying like if you're like buying the kid a car and then you're like forcing him into the content to like you're giving him things based on the,
Oh, that's a good question, actually.
You know what I mean?
that's fair.
So if I'm generating money through my OnlyFans, but my part of my OnlyFans is that I have interviews with my younger brother about my OnlyFans and how fucked up it is that I have an OnlyFans with a younger brother. Is it bad for me to say no? You got to keep doing these interviews because I got you that Lamborghini Urus or whatever. Like,
Give it
is there
it
an
back.
ethical qualm there? I think that's a fair question.
I mean, that's true. I'll do a lot for a free car. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be like a Lamborghini. Like, you give me a Toyota Corolla.
This is a man that's going to make it in the industry, folks.
Yeah, baby. I was in the Marine Corps, baby. Like the bar's on the floor. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. What do you look for in a lady?
Strength. Ugh, I love a strong woman, like one that could just beat the shit out of me. No, not that type of strong.
Do you like that kind of strong?
Yeah, you know what's fucked up that I've come to realize is mental illness. Because I'm mentally ill, my mom's mentally ill, and she died early on in my life. But there's like this sense of like, I have a fiance now, and she has some stuff that my mom had, but the way that she's dealing with it is so much better, like, than the way my mom dealt with it, and so much healthier than the way my mom dealt with it, and that is
Sexy.
Really attractive. Yeah. So there's probably something fucked about that, but it is true, and there's nothing wrong with me being like,
No.
The hardest parts of that you've worked on yourself are the most attractive to me, because I my entire childhood, all I ever wanted was that out of my mom, and then just a sense of humor, man. Like, my fiance is fucking hilarious and fucking annoying, and like, but in a way that's like clever. Like, to be with somebody that you are like,
You want to be with
equal,
someone that you're laughing with all the time, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And not making laugh. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I've done the thing where I've been with really pretty girls that I'm the one that's generating the laughter. You know what I mean?
Oh.
And they're with me because of my sense of humor.
Sure. But they're not making you laugh.
Yeah, I'm making myself laugh with them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's a lot different.
It is a lot different.
Yeah.
And like,
If you find a girl that can make you laugh, dude, stick by her.
yeah, and pretty girls. And my fiance is beautiful, but it's like a lot. Sometimes they can like girls that have been pretty their entire life.
That's a great way to put it. That's an important qualifier. If you've been beautiful for a decade.
Yeah, and always been treated a certain way.
Yes.
You know, but it's also like, get to know people, and sometimes you don't click, and it could be because they're pretty, or it could be because, you know, they're from Wisconsin or whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
Cheeseheads, dude.
yeah, have real conversations with your partners. You know what I mean? Don't be afraid to walk away, I guess. I don't know. This one, her name's Rachel. She's
How long have you been with your fiance?
1 month. I think it's gonna work out though. 3 years. It's coming up.
When do you get married?
I don't know, whenever we want.
Nice, dude.
We're supposed to be like August next year, 2026, but we can push it off. You know what I mean? Who cares? My parents got divorced. I'm only want to do this once. You know what I mean? I'll do it when it makes sense. I would like to be rich, to be honest.
Same.
Before, and that's not happening.
I would love that too.
At least for 2 years.
Definitely not happening either. At least 2 years.
Yeah, that's like the soonest I can see me being rich off of comedy, and I don't think that's gonna happen. But
It could happen.
it could.
Very close relative.
So you got to do 25 days in a row.
Yeah.
Of Dead
Man Talking.
Dead Man Talking. Sorry.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's gonna be so fun, dude.
Yeah, it's gonna be great, and it's.
So do you get to work with locals there, or are you guys just gonna? Is it just you two that are doing it?
Yeah, so you can put it up where you can make your show eligible for people to reach out to you to get booked on.
Gotcha.
And so there'll be other shows like that too as well, which we can reach out. And like I said, like when we applied to and got into the Gilded Balloon, so we're part of like that Big Four prestige, which they have their own shows, which they're putting on the comics from their company.
Nice.
And so we'll just be rotated through that as well. Just one of those things, like being on a lineup with people that are on TV in the UK. Like, that's great, man. You know, like, and you get a little bit of that here in Denver because we have the Fort and we have Comedy Works and the Underground and even the Lounge. Like, there's like, we have this access to where like you can start developing relationships with people that are, you know, on late night or doing stuff. But it's like everybody respects Fringe that knows about it, if that makes sense, because of how hard it is, because of how hard it is to even try to do it. You know what I mean? And it's like, with Netflix, you get there and my show is happening at the same time as Shane Gillis and Daniel Tosh and the Roast of Tom Brady, and it's not really built for like independent shows like that, but it's also such a great opportunity, so cool to do. We did have people there that were there to see us, and then you go back to the backstage and it's a cash bar and you're like, oh, this isn't making it. You know what I mean? This isn't it. But it was a great opportunity to take a part in, and I'm going to do it again. And that type of thing of like, this is just one more thing. Like, it could be the thing that pops, but it probably not. And you just got to keep making those opportunities to pop, and you do it over and over and over again. And so, yeah, we're also lucky in this scene where it's like, you know, Eland's a guy that I think is a nationwide talent that is sticking around for a while. Hannah, she's been sticking around, nationwide talent, and like, we have a couple of those. You know what I mean? David Rod up in Fort Collins, he's making a scene there because he doesn't want to go onto the coast, and so I see a place for myself where I don't think I have to leave here for another decade. Maybe I'll get to a point where I feel that way, but right now, I love where I live. I love my relationship with stand-up, and I just see blue water. I still see an opportunity to grow. I haven't hit that ceiling yet, and so I'm just excited to like I get the opportunity to get better, fucking every day, every year, and I'm going to do this. And just because I have the drive, I have the talent, I don't need anybody's permission to go pursue it. You know what I mean? I don't need anybody's stamp, because especially now, like, I've already had enough success that I know this is a great path that I'm on, and I just need to sort of just the humility, and the difference between like keeping that humility and keeping that like sense of self, like that ego, because you do want a little bit of ego, you do want a little bit of that assholeness to sort of just drive you. I'm gonna have that, you know, that feng shui all the way the rest of my career, and this is the place where I'm gonna figure it out. It's great, man. I love it here. Truly.
I'm so excited to see where you go, dude. I'm excited to when is the fest?
August. July 30th is our first show. I'll be flying to Dublin first, so do a little bit of comedy in Ireland, baby.
Nice,
go to Scotland.
Dude. That's exciting.
Dude, I really want to work it out where I take the ferry from Ireland into Scotland. So I'm like in the North Sea, just like out on, you know what I mean? Just feel the sea like hitting my face like I'm fucking Leonardo DiCaprio, dog. Like, like, who the fuck does that, man? Yo, this time last year, I was in fucking San Francisco. It was 11 p.m. I was at Sketchfest. It was fucking cold and wet, and I just crushed like a set. And it's like, who else in Denver's doing that? You know what I mean? Why I'm having so much fun.
That's all that matters, dude. That's all that matters.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Well, I'm fucking proud of you if no one else is. So
appreciate you, man. Love the opportunity.
Thanks for coming on the show. I appreciate you sharing a bit of yourself. Please come back whenever.
Oh, love to. What's that?
Have you heard of this silly little country called England?
I have, yeah, fuck England, but
those niggas with the peas and mash.
Yeah, them. Yeah, that's them. They have this silly little thing over there called knighting. Man, I'm flustered, Brand. I just want to live in I just want him to go to Fringe and I'm excited for my friend here. He's doing big things in the world. They've got this thing over there called knighting here at Top Shelf Studios. After a long form conversation, I am doing the hiding, because all my life people have been like, hey, can I get a couple inches? How's the weather up there? And I've come to learn now that I've got this fully developed brain that it's just a meat suit that I'm in. It's just a vehicle that I wake up in every day. And we're all just judging each other on these vehicles that we wake up in every day. It's like, very frustrating, very silly. So after a long form conversation, I am pleased to give you a heart height. How tall do you stand physically?
Physically, 5'10".
Josh Emerson, I heart height thee 6'7".
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
You might need a procedure on that heart. That's pretty tall. That might be a little too tall on that heart. You might need to bypass.
Got something wrong with the pituitary gland.
Yeah, there it is. Truly a joy, pleasure. Where can the people check you out? Where can they go to support you?
At Danger Emerson. We're doing a warm-up show at the Savoy April 11th and another one at the Bone Point Theater May 2nd. Both those shows are on sale right now. Dead Room Eventbrite if you want to look it up. But yeah.
Fuck yeah. Go support Josh.
Appreciate y'all.
That's amazing.
Love the conversation, man.
Dude, you're the best. If I can fucking be in Edinburgh and check that out, I'm going to find a way to make that happen. I don't think there is, but dude, I'll try, damn it. I'll fucking try. That's insanely cool. So yeah. I'm excited to hear it. When you come back, you'll have to come back with Elliott and tell me all about it.
Let's do it.
All right. Don't forget to like, subscribe, do all the housekeeping stuff. Be nice to people out there in the world, why don't you? Fuck off and be well.
Eat more ass.